I can't pretend to be an unbiased observer when it comes to the University of North Carolina, in particular UNC Chapel Hill. I'm a proud Carolina alum, as is my wife, and my daughter is a senior at the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics, which is another part of the UNC system. So I'm all in for the UNC system. But you know what? All North Carolinians ought to be. Our state university system is truly the envy of the country. The 16 college campuses that make up the UNC system are the heart of the economic engine of our state and a huge part of our brand and positive reputation our state has historically enjoyed. 2 years ago, UNC authorized a study to quantify the economic impact of the university system on the state. Some of the numbers that came back were remarkable. The $9 billion the university spends in 1 year on payroll and operations created $27.9 billion in added state income. That's equal to 6.4% of the total gross state product of the state, or the equivalent of creating more than 400,000 new jobs. Now, given that kind of return, it's frankly baffling to me that UNC has had to fight so hard for adequate state investment over the past few years. President Spellings is correct that the budget passed this session is the best one in years for UNC. But honestly, that's not a high bar. Yeah, there was a modest increase in funding, about 1.5%. But when the budget totals are broken down per student and adjusted for inflation, the state will actually spend less per student in 2017 through 2019 than it did last year, and nowhere near what North Carolina invested per student before the Great Recession. Since 2008, enrollment in the UNC system has increased more than 18,000 students, while state funding per student has decreased by 14%, including more than $800 million in so-called flexibility cuts. So how have the universities made up for all this lost investment? One way is through tuition and fee hikes. Average tuition and fees at our state universities have increased almost 45% since 2008. 45%. No wonder college is feeling more and more out of reach for many families. President Spellings is rightly focusing on increasing access and affordability. The new North Carolina Promise program, with its $500 per semester tuition at Elizabeth City State, UNC Pembroke, and Western Carolina that we talked about at the end, are worthy efforts to try. But in the end, our university system still needs sustained investments, not just one-year reprieves from cuts. That's it for this week's show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.